this next Wednesday. People will be in line around the corner at the Juniors, famous bakeries, because this is part of so many thousands and thousands and thousands of New Yorkers' tradition. Guess what? They can only get this one here at QVC. And if you think you know the famed Strawberry Swirl Christmas cheesecake, think again, because Alan made it brand new for this season. It's only here at QVC. It's our dessert of the month. We have a special event price that I think is only lasting till tomorrow at midnight. And I don't even think the cheesecakes will be presented again because there are not a lot to go around Alan Rosen.
And the reason is because we make 88 at a time. And this one, you know, for literally 64 years, we always had a sponge cake on the bottom.
Right.
Customers were asking constantly, we want graham cracker because that's what you used to do. That. So I had a customer ask me for some, and I made two. One for the customer and one for me to taste. And I've told the story over and over. I loved it so much. I said, this is how we're going to change the holiday Christmas swirl for QVC this year so that people can try it.
Thank you to that customer, whoever you are.
So now look how creamy and how smooth and how strawberry that cheesecake is. So you have strawberry swirled throughout our New York style cheesecake, cream cheese, fresh egg, sugar, heavy cream, a touch of vanilla. Let it get to room temperature. Use it as your centerpiece on your holiday table, because while it's sitting out looking beautiful, it's getting to room temperature. And folks, when you have cheesecake, that's how creamy it's supposed to be.
Well, if you're gonna have cheesecake, it should be New York cheesecake. And if you're gonna have New York style cheesecake, it's gotta be Juniors. I mean, that's the name. You guys win over and over and over again. We've seen you on national television. We've seen you baking the cheesecakes.
Lots of shows.
Okay, so 18,000 have been ordered this month because it is our dessert of the month. We have a tiny fraction of that left. And remember, this is baked fresh for you. It's today and tomorrow at this event price. Okay, can I give a little update? 18,000 have been ordered this month. We are now looking at 4,000 left. Do you have an advance order after this, Alan Rosen?
No, because we literally had to bake yesterday and today.
All day.
Just to make these orders all day. We brought everyone in on Sunday. I'm apologizing to them in advance.
I have to
but
get
next
the graham
weekend
cracker.
we'll all be off. I can smell the graham as you're eating it.
Because, I mean, I was telling Ellen, I served this last year on our New Year's Eve party. There is nothing like the strawberry swirl for the holidays. But then, that extra texture of that graham cracker.
A little crunch,
Whoever that person is that told you to do this, I want to go to her house and I want to give her a big kiss, or him. Because this is fantastic. And we do have this on auto delivery. So even though this is a special event price that I believe is going up at midnight tomorrow night, even though we have a crazy 3 easy payments of $14.25, no wonder we're crazy busy on the phone lines, you can lock into auto delivery and get the springy, the Eastery version of this in March.
Just pastel colored chips, same strawberry swirl, we just changed the color of the chips.
And do you sell this anyplace else? Like people standing in line in Brooklyn? No.
You cannot get graham in any of our stores, but people are enjoying it so much.
I love it.
That maybe in a year or two we'll put it on the menu at Juniors.
I hope you do.
Because that way when you come, you can get that
I will. I'll say, Alan told me to ask for the graham cracker crust. Here's the other thing. If you want to do build to, ship to, I think this is one of the best gifts in the whole world, because when people open it up, I've seen it at my house, everybody goes, wow. So at least get one for you. If you want to do build to, ship to, you get the bill, they get the cheesecake. With your credit card, we guarantee it's getting there in time for Christmas. And I don't tackle cheesecake anymore since I've worked at QVC because I can't do what you do.
You know what? It's a 2-day process if you want to do it well. 45 minutes to blend the ingredients, an hour to bake it, overnight to cool it, then depan it, refrigerate it a bit, and then bring it back up to room temperature to serve it to your friends and family.
So we did have 18,000 ordered this month. It is our dessert of the month. We have a special event price. We have I don't even ever remember having cheesecakes with you that were $14.25 a month on Easy Pay. If you're new to QVC, that means you spend about 50 cents a day on your credit card, and you get this in time for Christmas with your credit card order. But we only have about 3,000 remaining. And again, if you're new to QVC, that sounds like a lot, but it's not. Betty would love to join us.
Great.
Betty, meet Alan of Juniors. Welcome to QVC.
Thank you.
Hi, Betty.
Hi, and thank you for bringing a cheesecake with a graham cracker crust.
It's my pleasure. I'm glad you're going to enjoy it with your friends and family on the holidays.
Oh, I sure am. We've tried a couple other ones, and I'll never order theirs again. It's back to Juniors.
Well,
thank you
how about
so
because
much.
it says voted #1 best cheesecake in New York right on the box?
I believe it. I believe it. And this is just for my husband and I, since we're alone up in northern Michigan and the family's in Indiana. This is for us.
Great.
for
You should
you.
enjoy it together.
You
That's
should.
really special. That's great. Thank you.
Betty, my dad loved Juniors, God rest him, and what he used to do, he lived alone. He would get a cheesecake and he would cut it and wrap it and freeze it individually. And then he would take it out and let it get to room temp and he would enjoy his cheesecake. So this is something that the two of you can really enjoy throughout the holiday season. And we're happy that we can be part of your holiday, you and your wonderful husband. Give him our best.
I sure will, and thank you very much.
Thanks,
Thank
Betty.
you, Betty. Bye-bye. Happy
Bye-bye.
holidays.
We got Sharon hanging out here. Come on. And fast. You know why? We have an
Why?
update.
What?
Okay.
Thank you,
Over
sir.
19,000 have been ordered this month. Actually, 19,300 this month. We have 2,700 remaining. And you're not really scheduled in our
No,
last
this
big
is
gourmet
the last
holiday
appearance,
tomorrow.
and
This
I'm
is it.
sure before Christmas rolls around, there'll be none left. And again, 88 at a time, the same recipe we started with in 1950, 64 years ago. 19 years here on QVC, and Sharon knows this, and you know this because I'm crazy. We still make it exactly the same way,
you
and we
do.
will not change.
Right.
You are fastidious
Because
about the
we
details.
are fastidious about the details, and if people are going to take the time to get this for their friends and family, we're going
right.
to take the time to make it the right way, the same way we make it for our friends and family, and that's the truth. And you know it.
I know
and it's
it.
the same stuff that my kids.
know it.
I was here last week, and my kids were like, "Can you bring one home?" And I bring them home.
Right.
That's how it is.
Because this is only here. And, you know, we've all been at your wonderful restaurants. Try going to Junior's on a matinee lunchtime on a Wednesday.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Wow. I mean,
Difficult.
it's amazing. And Deirdre and I were just there last week, and they bring you these gorgeous cheesecakes right to your table. But guess what? Strawberry Swirl Holiday Christmas Cheesecake is not on the menu.
That's
it's
right.
only
It's
here
not.
at QVC.
And you know what, Jane, I love about this cheesecake is that usually graham cracker crusts to me on cheesecake are dissonant with the recipe. It's almost like a hard plate that the whole
Right.
thing is supposed to sit on. It doesn't like match. It
Match.
doesn't blend. Your blend of the graham cracker with just the right amount of butter, I mean, I hate to use the word assimilate, but it becomes part of the rest of the
Listen, if
cheesecake.
it
There's
didn't-
nothing like it.
You guys know me. If it didn't work well,
Didn't work,
it didn't taste
you're
great,
not doing it.
I wouldn't do it.
Let me tell you, honey, you got to be doing this again.
Thank you,
I know.
guys.
This is gonna be the
and
new.
again.
And this cake, by the way, has been our most popular cake on QVC for almost 15 years.
Wow.
So now we just did it a little differently, but everything else is the same
Right.
except you have that graham cracker bottom. You're going to get the Junior's orange and white striped box as if you went into our restaurant, and you can take it out of the cooler, put it in that box. Imagine you're going over to someone's home Christmas Eve, and you show up with that box. You could even lie to them and tell them nicely, white lie, that you went to Brooklyn.
I went to Brooklyn.
And you
I
got
waited
that cheesecake
in line.
on your own.
My
I waited in
toes
line.
froze. I stood there for 5 hours. I mean, come on, play it up big, people.
Right.
I just want to tell you to get another one. Okay, if you bought one as a bill to ship to you, meaning you get the bill, they get the cheesecake, and this is a whole family gift, that's one thing. But I want you to get more than one, because we at the holidays always have a Junior's cheesecake in the freezer. Last year, we had an elf New Year's, and so
Right.
we had to have New York cheesecake, and of course it was this, it had to be Junior's, and it was one of the biggest hits. I mean, look at that. You know how sometimes you get cheesecake and you don't get enough stuff in it? You
Well-
give us the stuff,
Well, you know
baby.
what? There's nothing worse than seeing all that great, beautiful strawberry on top, like you see there, and not having it throughout the cake, so you can
Right.
get some in every bite. And that's what we aim to do.
It's our dessert of the month. You guys have said this is your favorite over and over and over again. Here's what happened. We have had now well over 19,000 cheesecakes
Wow.
ordered this month. Alan cannot wave a magic wand. He's awesome, but he's not Cinderella on Broadway, and he can't make this happen past today, okay? So this is his last appearance at this point, because we're, again, a little over a week away from the big day, but we're really good at getting this out to you.
Yep.
So we guarantee with a credit card that you'll be serving this on Christmas night. It will be beautiful.
We're going to ship these tomorrow and Wednesday.
Right.
Take it out of the cooler, put it in the Junior's orange and white striped box. If you're going to save it for Christmas Eve, put it in your freezer. Defrost overnight in your refrigerator, and as I said, leave it out as your centerpiece or on the end of your buffet server, and you'll have a great dessert for everybody.
And here's our last update, okay? So 20,000 been ordered this month. Here's what we have left. fewer than 2,000. But right now we have about 700 or 800 people waiting on the phone lines. Lots of you are doing more than one. You can do your auto delivery and lock into the event price and the easy pay and get another one for the spring holidays, or get a bunch of them just as is to give and to keep. I love you so much.
I love you too.
Thank you. Thanks for
Nice
always
seeing
taking
you.
good
Happy
care of the
holidays
girls.
to you and the family.
Thank you. You too. Happy holidays.
Bye-bye.
And here comes Sharon to tell us about this decadent pleasure. Woo!
That's right. We will be getting into a wine assortment that we haven't seen in a while coming up next, but later on in the show, we have a particular assortment of our 5 to 6 ounce lobster tails, the most popular size lobster Graham has, with the butter, with the paprika. And for this particular assortment, there's no reorder. And this is the first time we've had it on the air all year. So join us if you want to learn more about that and how you might like to use it for your Christmas or your New Year's holiday. But wine